to our 2026 winter home tour. So after Christmas, I really like to be traditional with my red and green, but after Christmas I really enjoy a refresh to take the red out of there, put in some more neutral colors, and just still create a cozy atmosphere for the winter. So I usually just add some greenery. This wreath I picked up at Walmart. It's a great time to have discounted Christmas things, to find some discounted Christmas finds. This ribbon I actually added came on a quilt. You can see the Velcro up here. So any kind of ribbon that I get, even if it's a quilt wrapped in it and I like the color, I keep it. You never know when it's gonna come in handy. So for this one, I just did a little bow to add to the wreath, just to give it more of a winter vibe instead of a Christmassy vibe. The welcome sign I got at our local Great Canadian Dollar store. I think it was like 20 bucks maybe. It was a great find. Sometimes I'll find great things down there as opposed to places like Michael's and things. I still enjoy getting things at Michael's and HomeSense, but a lot of times you can find some cheaper options that still have a great look at those local stores as well. This little snowflake cushion I picked up also at Dollarama. It's great for a cute little winter cushion. And then of course, just a little bowl of greenery and pine cones to finish up our entranceway. So let's go inside. So on our accent table over here, I don't know about you, but I always have to hide something. So either it's a router or a speaker or a subwoofer or cords. There's always something that you got to try to find. So for this one, we have our router here. It was the best place in the house. So I kind of just decorate around it and try to ignore it. So this print I actually got off Etsy. I'll link it below. It was a great little shop. Just wanted a nice neutral winter print to add here. The frame I also got at Dollarama. And then some vintage books. Of course, you always have to have that vintage find. And then this little bowl. So this is actually like a plastic inside with kind of a paper mache on the outside. But I'm gonna do a quick little DIY for that to show you. I got that at the thrift store. It had like some old moss and flowers and stuff in it. I just took those out to use the dish. I think it was like $1 or $2 just because I like the dish. So lots of times keep an eye out for things that you may not necessarily enjoy the flower arrangement or anything in it, but if it has a nice dish, I always take it. And then I got these little wooden hearts at HomeSense, which I love. They'll stay out now for winter and Valentine's as well. Over here, I kept out some things that I had out for winter. So like my little reindeer, my little glass tree. This stuff doesn't remind me too much of Christmas, so I kept it out. I usually take out any red, take that away to get a nice wintry feel instead of Christmas. And then I just added these little hydrangea buds. Again, Dollarama. This glass vase, also Dollarama. So now onto my glass cabinets. You can see my color scheme is very neutral. Add in some greens and some blues. And same here, we just usually white with some aqua blues, darker blues, greens for a very neutral kind of color palette. And then here, these are pretty well all thrifted finds. This was a thrift store find. This was a thrift store find. These are actually from Temu, little blueberry buds. But just a cute little vignette there on the countertop. And then we go over to our 3-tiered tray. Each season I think, I'm gonna take this down. But I don't know, I just enjoy decorating it and it stays up there. And so again, I just did some snowmen, some trees, neutrals with some blues. Normally before I decorate, I add everything to the table. So this dining room table is usually filled with home decor items. And then you can kind of see a theme that you have going on. So normally for me, it's the blues, the neutrals, the blues and greens, and they kind of come with me every season. Okay, so heading into the kitchen, what I want to show you over here is, of course, again, we got the electronics with Alexa, but this frame in the back was another nice little touch that I added. I usually change it out every season. This is just a little dishcloth. I picked them up at Piper's, or my mother-in-law knits them. And I just thought they were so cute with all the colors and everything that it was a sin to use them as a dishcloth and wash your dishes and everything in them and get them all dirty and greasy. So I just stuck this one in a frame from Dollarama. And I just use it to kind of tie in the colors that I'm using for the season. So I just love that there. So here on the coffee table, we added some greenery as well and just some pine cones. I picked these up from Dollarama as well. The greenery, I think I ordered online. I can link it down below. And then we have a little candle here just to add in that icy aqua blue color that I love so much, that I find works really well for summer because it reminds me of water, but also for winter because it has that icy feel to it as well. And then this dish I got at HomeSense as well. These are actually ornaments that I picked up again on clearance at Walmart, on clearance after Christmas. They didn't remind me of Christmas. My Christmas, again, is very traditional, so I don't have a lot of neutral things. I just thought they'd be cute for winter in a bowl, and they really go well with the neutral theme. So then over here, this pillow, I also got at Dollarama. I use it for Christmas. It's buffalo plaid on the back. I'm not a big fan of buffalo plaid myself, so I just have the white soft side out. But out for winter. And then again, adding some nice texture. So we have the fluffy blanket. We have like a velvety type pillow cover here that adds some nice texture and keeps it cozy. Some more vintage books. And this was a little DIY I did a while ago. I'm after lighting it a couple times now, so it's starting to sink, but it's just a little candle. I had leftover wax in candles, and so I melted it down and added it to a little teacup to create my own. I'll link that in the video below as well. Then I just added a basket of some vintage books, again in all the same color scheme. So we got our blues and our greens and our aquas and turquoise and neutrals. And then I have my basket of birch logs because I always find that adds warmth in the winter. And then our olive tree. These pictures over here, these are canvases I ordered from Temu. And the frames I got at Dollarama. And then I just made the matting out of just some white computer paper. But I really like how they finish off that corner over there. Then on the mantle, I kept it simple because, again, here's our sound bar and our big TV. So I keep it simple with just some trees, some gold accents, and some aqua blue accents over here as well. This picture I also got at the Great Canadian Dollar Store. I just thought it was a really nice winter scene. Then over here we have this console. So this console table I also ordered on Temu. I will link it below. I was really impressed with the quality. Did not think it was going to turn out great, and it really did. I was really impressed with it, and I just find it really adds a good touch here. So for the console table, we have a little lantern on book from IKEA. The wreath and the bows actually from the Fresh Living collection that was in Walmart Canada this year. And so it's a little cedar wreath and just I pinned a bow on it, again in the blue color, just to warm up the mirror a little bit. Then we have some local art that I love in the frame, a nice winter scene. Again, some local art with their mittens that are very popular here in Newfoundland, and a nice homey crocheted pillow. I love having the little touches of local art and local items as well, just to bring your culture and your personality into your home.